Hey guys, I had a question from a type 2 diabetic on carnivorous eating. Is it okay? First, we have to understand what type 2 diabetes is. Not only is it a resistance to insulin, it is also a slower metabolic rate to the point where you really can't utilize the nutrients that's in the cell, so you have to give your body time to retract the nutrients so you can absorb the new nutrients. There are a couple different analogies that I use. One is a dishwasher. You got all the people in the family that eat dinner, and then afterwards mom has to clean up the kitchen, dad has to clean up the kitchen. The kids take off, and you got to take the dishes and you got to put them in the dishwasher. Well, you just fed 5 people. The dishwasher's not going to hold all that with 2 or 3 pots and pans and dishes and glasses and stuff, bowls and stuff that you mixed in and everything else. So you put what you can in the dishwasher, but you really don't want to get back up out of bed to put more dishes back in the dishwasher when it's done. So you say, hey guys, come in here, help me put these dishes in the dishwasher. And you start cramming them in the dishwasher and you break the dishwasher. And then all of a sudden, the kids run because they're scared they broke the dishwasher. Well, that heightened scaredness is like your blood sugar going up. And the fact that you broke the dishwasher is just like your body trying to utilize insulin, and insulin force the food into the cell when there's no more room for it to go into the cell. Another analogy would be the parked car in the garage, a single car garage. You park the nutrients in the garage, the car, and then you get this big old giant truck and you bring it along, and it wants to get in the garage as well. Well, that's the insulin pushing that truck into the garage, but it can't fit into the garage because the garage is already full. It's got a car in there. Well, insulin is increased even more to get the nutrients out of your blood into the cell. So what happens? Forces it and jams it and jams it and jams it in there until guess what happens? The car's all smashed into the garage, the cell. The walls are busted out, and all of a sudden you got blood pressure skyrocketing, blood sugar's going up, and all of a sudden more insulin's being produced or injected to bring the blood pressure back down. The blood sugar back down. The other way is Dr. Fung's way, where you talk about people getting on an elevator. Elevator comes up and you got 500 people standing there. Only 7 or 8 can fit in the elevator, but everybody's busy. So people in the back start pushing the people in the front in the elevator. Well, eventually somebody gets hurt because they all can't fit, and all of a sudden the elevator starts to go down and the doors start to close and people are still trying to push in there. Guess what ends up happening? You end up hurting somebody. They can't fit in the elevator. The people in the back are too busy pushing forward. They don't know what's going on when it's going forward because they're trying to get the people in the elevator. Well, you damage the elevator, you damage the people, you damage yourself. You get unhealthy. Now all of a sudden people are panicking. 911's got to be called. Blood sugar's going up. The insulin's trying to get the stuff out of there as fast as possible. Everything's frantic. It's the same way with your body. It's the same way. I just took Dr. Fung's analogy and added a little bit of drama to it. If you eat tonight and then you wake up and you eat first thing in the morning, you might be all right. But if you eat first thing in the morning and then turn around and eat 3 or 4 hours later and you're a type 2 diabetic, what are you going to tell me? Oh, I have to eat because of my blood sugar. Do you realize by eating on top of not processing and metabolizing the food that you just ate 4 hours earlier, you're creating more insulin resistance? You know the only way to correct that problem is by giving yourself more time away from food and monitoring your blood sugar so your body can start to heal and actually retract the nutrients that's in the cell properly so you don't have to use so much insulin. Fasting is like the only way. Apart from, good quality nutrition, Dr. Jason Fung was right. Periods away from food as a type 2 diabetic is going to make you more insulin sensitive and not so much insulin resistive. If you keep feeding yourself around the clock, you're not going to heal properly. The whole point behind a ketogenic diet is the extra fat helps control your appetite, so you can actually allow your metabolism to heal. You start with 3 meals a day, then you're down to 2 meals a day. You're not taking as much insulin. You're controlling your appetite better with the higher levels of fat. And guess what? All of a sudden you don't need metformin and you don't need insulin anymore. You're doing it on your own because you've healed yourself properly. Carnivore and keto can help people heal from type 2 diabetes. You just have to be willing to put in the work to play with fasting a little bit by little bit by little bit by little bit until you get to the point where you can have just 2 meals a day and be completely satisfied. Once you get to that 2 meal a day and satisfied mark, anything past that is just a bonus. You're going to be so happy with yourself because you're going to start coming off the insulin. You're not going to take the metformin no more. You're going to feel like a completely different person. Okay, guys, that's my message tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Remember, this weekend is another giveaway. Keto on, carnivore on. Remember, this is your journey. You got to live it. Try to do it the best you can.